Now, we do have a big Bruno Guimarães update in there for you. And we started up our day with a video of Yandi Omane in there for you. We do have Oscar Bob in the mix and Jordan Sancho. 3 stories that you're going to be dissecting in like 10-15 minutes. And we call it the second video of the day. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having super fun in here onto a beautiful channel. Now let's obviously go eyes in here onto a beautiful channel, and we are powered by Think Landscaping, and Think Landscaping are dealers in planning, transforming, and designing your outdoor spaces. The moment you call them to obviously get the job done and dusted, indeed, that's what they'll obviously go ahead to do for you and see to it that all goes on well as planned. So call them on those numbers and they'll turn your outdoor space, compound, green space into your dream look. So please do that, and it will hold what we call everlasting value in there. Now, let's get to this Bruno Guimarães story. With Arsenal expected to attack this week, now we've been told by Alex Crook and Jacobs Ben that Arsenal have hope of striking an agreement with Newcastle for Bruno Guimarães before the month is out. Arsenal sources have told TalkSport 3 verbal offers have already been placed. Arsenal insist formal talks are yet to begin, but TalkSport understands verbal discussions are ongoing with Newcastle's senior leadership now directly involved. So, first and foremost, the bid of £70 million that Arsenal was planning to bid rejected by the side of Newcastle, meaning that they need to up their stockings. That is it. So, what are they gonna be doing? One, they have gone ahead to put up an ultimatum or really set what we call the deadline, all time frame for this deal to happen. And they're like, this deal should happen. This deal should happen before this month dies out. And today being 27th, we are left with just 4 days for this month to die out. So, as it stands, by 31st July, Arsenal want to get this deal out of the way. That is it. They want to get this deal out of the way, and they want to call it done. Now, obviously, if you are Arsenal and you look back the seasons that you've had, a player like Bruno Guimarães has been a missing piece into that midfield of Arsenal, especially in decisive games. Not these big games like the Champions League final, because when I say decisive games, many will be like the Champions League final, when you're playing against Man City, when you're playing against Liverpool, when you're playing against Man United, Norway. What makes Bruno Guimarães a different kind of breed of player altogether is that even when you're playing against teams like Bournemouth, there are those bogey teams that will come up and obviously make situations hard for you. He can shield the back four, he can connect the midfield to the attack, and he can as well score or put up an assist that will result into Arsenal finding themselves in a lead. And you need such players who raise up on big occasions. And Bruno Guimarães is that kind of player. Because if you add him on the squad of Arsenal, it helps the team to look really pretty well, especially in squad depth and creating different avenues of winning the game. Because last season, or the previous 2 seasons, Arsenal have been using set pieces, you get. But if you add on Bruno Guimarães, obviously in set pieces is deadly, especially when it comes to heading that ball. He'll be part of that cast of Arsenal that will score very many goals in set pieces. And you are adding on a player who can shoot from far. He can go for curling efforts. He can obviously take off players, and individually pulls out a moment of magic. Therefore, so that's what makes him stand out. And I think Arsenal want to get him done to see to it that by the time they get away from Girona because I saw their squad traveling to Girona. They are playing their first game on the 1st of August. That is, I think, 4 or 5 days from now. So that means their next training after playing Girona, Arsenal want to be having Bruno Guimarães because they'll be 15 days away from playing their first game of the season that is really competitive. And that is the Community Shield against Man City, as they'll be playing on the 16th of August. You understand? So we wait to see how things really pan out in there for you. And we wait to see how things really pan out for the club of Arsenal. But they want to get the deal of Bruno Guimarães done this month, before this month ends. Jacobs Ben and Alex Crook are the ones behind this big story in there for you. So we leave it at that, and I cannot really forget to let you know that a deal like this has to be done for them to obviously 100% concentrate on the deals of Julian Alvarez and the deal of Vinicius Jr. I know 3 deals, working on them concurrently is hard, but 2 deals, working on them concurrently is very easy. But 3, and these are deals that are in 100 million euros plus. You understand? So Arsenal needs to come up and obviously do the needful, right? From there, let's obviously go to build. They've gone ahead and obviously put out a story that Atletico Madrid are considering a move for free agent Jadon Sancho. No advance talks have taken place at this stage, with any potential deal dependent on Sancho accepting a substantial pay cut. Now, Jadon Sancho and the word pay cut shouldn't be in the same discussion, because what has he done ever since he left Borussia Dortmund that should put him at the level of getting in a lot of money? I'm just asking myself. I think what Sancho should be looking at is getting a team where he's obviously gonna be finding himself back, like getting himself back to the levels that he was at Borussia Dortmund. He's still young, 25, 26 years of age, can turn around his career. He's not far off from that level of turning around his career, I tell you. But as things stand, I tell you that it's not gonna be an easy thing. Not an easy thing at all. So the club of Atletico Madrid want Jadon Sancho. I think they want him because they not eat that there is some value they can attach to him. If he comes in through and plays some 1-2 good seasons, he'll be sold and they'll get back some good money. Now, I know he wants a sign-on fee because he's a free agent. That is it. Huge agent fees and also the weekly wages. And he might be thinking that earning close to £300,000 a week at Man United, and he was playing trash for those 5 years that he signed, gives them a guarantee or gives him the audacity to go all up and do the needful, to call in for huge money. It's something that I believe he won't get, because he has not gone ahead to put in some huge evidence to see to it that he's being valued at the amount of money that he thinks he can get, because he's a free agent. His season at Aston Villa, Europa League, 13 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Premier League, 23 matches, 0 goals, 2 assists. And EFL Cup, 1 match, 0 goals, 0 assists. 1 goal in a season and 3 assists. I don't think he has put up some huge evidence that can see Atletico Madrid offering him the amount of money that he really wants. And he has to really rethink on his decision as Jadon Sancho. But I believe his financial advisors and agents know the best for this player. And if at all I'm Sancho, choosing Atletico Madrid, I don't think is the best fit for him. I think Sancho is not a workaholic. If you are to play for Atletico Madrid, however talented you are, because all players at Atletico are really talented and their technical abilities are really proven and high up the sky, but the problem comes in through when you are Sancho, talented, but you don't work hard. because this man wants players who can really press, run. You understand? That is Atletico Madrid for you. Players who play box to box. I don't know whether Sancho can match the energy levels in there for you. But as a free agent, wait and see whether he'll end up playing for that particular side. Now, we go to a side known as, this one is Rete Sport, obviously coming in through from Italy. And they are based in Roma. They've told us that AS Roma have made an inquiry to Fulham winger Oscar Bob. The Serie A club have turned to the Norwegian international after struggling to land other attacking targets. Oscar Bob joined Fulham from Man City for 31.2 million euros in January, and Roma's strong agency links could help the negotiations. Now, Roma has wanted to sign Garnacho as a left forward, but it all didn't go through as expected. You understand? So they are now looking at Oscar Bob. And I've seen them get to Marcus Rashford. I don't think that Rashford could go that below to obviously is gating for Roma. That is it. And Oscar Bob, if I'm Oscar Bob, why should I go to Roma? I stay in the Premier League, prove myself, and obviously do the needful. And I don't know what is obviously taking him to AS Roma. It's a big team, by the way, in that city of Rome, I think. But I don't really believe that Oscar Bob deserves to go that side. You stay at Fulham and see to it that you play some 2-3 seasons. I do believe that with the level he's at, he needs to pull out just one good season because he's talented. No one doubts the talent of Oscar Bob. And I don't think that person is there. So, Oscar Bob for me, 14 games, 0 goals, 0 assists at Fulham. I think he needs to obviously get another extra season. With the new manager coming in through Abeloa, he just has to obviously put there enough evidence that he will be good at that. And I think he will be in those levels that Abeloa will try to keep him in there for you. And I think however much the interest is there, the big question is, does the player want to go to AS Roma? If he really wants to go to AS Roma, I think that will be lack of ambition. You saw what Alejandro Garnacho did. Because he had no suitors that could see him stay in the Premier League, he was like, let me go to AS Roma and lift my career once again. But when Aston Villa knocked on the door, Garnacho never needed to think twice. He was like, I'm not going to Serie A. I'm staying in the Premier League. That is it. All he has to do is to go to Aston Villa, do the needful. So I think even Oscar Bob has reached that level that he just needs to obviously sit there at Fulham, do the job, and see to it that all goes on well as planned. So thank you guys for watching in through. Your thoughts on Bruno Guimarães transfer ultimatum set by Arsenal, welcome in the comment section below. When is this transfer expected to be done and dusted? It's all about the end of this month. And obviously, Jadon Sancho to Atletico Madrid. Who benefits a lot out of this deal? Is it Atletico? Is it Sancho? All one party benefits and the other doesn't. Both parties benefit from this deal. You understand? And lastly, Oscar Bob. Do you think it's a good idea for him to leave Fulham and go to the Serie A to play for AS Roma? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David is my name. I'm out. Bye-bye. And we're going to be returning in an hour's time from now.